Captain's Log, Stardate number 16. It's Captain Jim here, and this week I'm in the lovely Italian city of Pisa, attending the Small Engines Technology Conference. While I'm here, I thought I'd take some time and make a little video of the city to see. Yeah, so some of the video got corrupted out in the streets, so basically today's video I thought it would be interesting to talk about the famous son of Pisa, the famous physicist, philosopher and mathematician Galileo Galilei. And take it away, Jim. So Galileo was actually born near Pisa in 1564 and went on to study at the University of Pisa, originally medicine, and then quickly moved on to mathematics and philosophy. In 1589 he was made professor of mathematics at the university. So while he was here in Pisa, he became fascinated by objects and movement, and did a famous experiment off the top of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And then of course it wasn't leaning, where he dropped two cannonballs of identical shape, made of different materials off the top, to prove that they both fell towards at the same rate. So a prerequisite to Newtonian gravity. This flew in the face of Aristotle's work, which said that heavy objects fell faster. So in 1592 he moved to the University of Peru, which is near Venice. So then in 1609, having heard of the invention of the telescope in Holland, but never having seen one or any drawings of one, went on to invent and construct a far superior version, with which he used to look at sunspots, Venus and the Jovian moons, which he recorded in extreme detail. This led him to come to the conclusion of the Copernican model of the solar system, basically with the sun at the centre. In 1610 he moved to the University of Florence. So in 1614 he was impeached by the Inquisition for teaching heresy, i.e. the Copernican model, daring to say that the Earth went around the Sun, and allowing the facts and data to judge his opinions instead of the other way around. The cheeky and in 1616 he was actually banned by the Inquisition and the Catholic Church from teaching or talking about, in fact, the Copernicus model. So in 1632 he published a book called Dialogue Concerning Two Chief World Systems, which basically composed of a dialogue between two people discussing the advantages and disadvantages of the Copernicus model versus the heliocentric model. This landed him in hot water again, as the Inquisition said that he was defending the Copernicus model, something that he denied even under threat of torture. Nevertheless, he was found vehemently suspect of heresy and sentenced to life in prison at the hands of the Inquisition. This was then actually downgraded to just life under house arrest. But of course this then didn't stop him from doing more work. So in 1638, going blind, he wrote and published the book Discourse Concerning Two New Sciences, where he essentially lays out his thoughts and ideas on some laws of motion, predating Newton and his laws of motion, and also setting up the principles for the mechanics of motion and mathematics, which were instrumental in further works done by other famous people. So Galileo Galilei was just a man, and like all men, of course, he made mistakes. He wasn't perfect. For example, he was so obsessed with his model and Copernicus model of the Earth going around the Sun, and hence the Earth rotating, that he attributed the tides to the Earth and agreed that they were caused by the speeding up and slowing down of the Earth's rotation, which caused them to slosh around. Of course, this would have only meant that a single tide would have happened once a day, but he was not deterred and outrightly went against Johannes Kepler's work, stating that the tide was in fact caused by the moon. A fact we now know, of course, is true. He was also very against Kepler's idea that the planets orbited in a elliptical pattern rather than perfect circles. He was much more happy with the idea of perfect circles, seeing as they were the ideal way for a planet to orbit the Sun. Of course, they were unfamiliar with gravity and were unknown that each planet would pull on the others and cause the elliptical orbits that they have. So thanks there, Jim, for that overview of the life of Galileo Galilei and a quick wander around the back streets of Pisa. You did get to see the Leaning Tower, which is actually pretty difficult to take a picture of you pushing over stroke holding up on your own. So I've not done one. Although I did manage to get a picture of lots of people leaning funnily at different angles. So thanks for watching the video. Please press like if you did, of course, like it or enjoyed it in any fashion. If you'd like to find out more about Galileo, then please use the internet. It's right there in front of you. It's dead easy, you know, it's like right here. It's, you know, there's all the Googles and that. Please, of course, subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more good video-y stuff. And Captain Jim out.